Hi, how are you?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
Pretty grand, yeah. I'd say.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Did you have a good week?
I did have a great week.
Tell me about it.
Okay, this one time, I went to this opening night for Hip Hop Night, which is a big deal for Ottawa.
I love it. You just made your week about me.
You are a highlight in my life, so
Thank you.
hashtag hype girl.
Yes, I had a really good week at work and in my life. Yes.
Yeah.
We launched a festival.
Yeah.
It went really well.
So fun.
So much fun.
Yeah.
4 days back to back.
Yeah.
And today we're here.
And this is why your voice is raspy.
Yes, it is raspy because I was screaming at the after party.
Tell me more.
I was just singing a lot of rap songs.
Oh, okay. I was hoping for other screaming stories, but that's fine.
No, when do I have time to be fucking if I'm working, making money, okay? I gotta get that bag.
Maybe that's how you get that bag. We don't know.
Oh, no shame. Sex work is work.
Yeah.
But my work is not sex work.
Okay.
And like Kanye once said, I don't know what I like better, getting laid or getting paid. All knows when I'm getting one, the other's getting away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sparks. No, but really, high and low. I want you to give me a highlight of the week and a low light.
Okay, highlight was I'll give another highlight. What am I doing to that? Okay. I do have some angst, as you can tell. Okay, highlight was I had a cool spiritual experience.
Oh.
Which was really nice.
Tell me more.
Because coming out of indoctrination and Christianity, which parts of it can work for people, however, to me it was very harmful.
Ever the politician.
I missed the presence of God, and I never felt connected.
Okay.
Since I, and then I just had some really profound spiritual experiences.
Okay.
Which cannabis also helped with.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So you got Token the Ghost.
Yeah, Token the Ghost. Yeah, it was great.
Okay.
And because I feel like I know that it opens me up to, you don't have all the insecurities and the fears, and I'm so much kinder to myself when I'm high. And it's just like this warm, safe place that allows more openness and expansion.
All right.
So since then, there was really profound healing, and I was like, oh yeah, this is so cool. Because you also, coming out of Christianity, I'm like, what if this is bad? The shame.
Sure.
Not really.
Oh, there's very little shame about that shit in my life no more. But but it's valid. No, it's valid. Yeah. No
but that's
shame.
good. There's hope because then you're free from the shame.
Okay, I'm curious as to what you mean by missing the presence of God, as opposed to believe. Do you still believe in God? I'm just curious now.
Oh, okay. So many thoughts. Okay, missing the presence is those moments where you felt connected to yourself and to something greater.
Okay.
But then I was like, well, what is it? Because it can't be white male God. That makes no sense. Or a gendered God. That makes no sense to me.
Okay.
So then I think connecting more with myself and being more in my body has allowed that healing.
Sure.
And then, so to me, I don't know. I don't claim to know anything. How are we to know?
The best way to describe it.
Yeah.
Okay.
To me, I'm okay, energy, the universe, creator, spirit.
No.
Ancestors, spirit guides. Who knows? But I had a cool experience, and I don't know what to call them, if it was spirit guides or what, but it was very
it's really dope.
Yeah, it was a really, really cool experience.
That's awesome.
I felt I don't know if I should go that deep, but
I mean, look, it's a safe space. Dig deep.
I've been learning in therapy about alerted aloneness.
Huh.
Yeah. So I had this memory, which I was who knows if that's even real, of when I was a little baby and I was in the womb with my twin sister. And then we were all of a sudden separated and our birth mom was nowhere to be found. And then I was in this little incubator thingy, and I know my sister's there somewhere, but she's not there anymore. So ever since then, it's you come into this world and your nervous system is already hypervigilant, right?
Yeah.
And you alerted aloneness. So then when I had this like spirit guides or like ancestor beautiful connection.
Spiritual experience.
Yeah, spiritual experience. I felt had like that aloneness that I didn't realize was so present. I normalized it, thought it was normal. I was like, whew, like I could feel more rested and more in this world. It was really fucking cool. And then the next day I was walking to work and I felt like I could sense that I was like my back was, they had my back, you know?
Dope.
And I was like, oh, I feel a little more safe in the world.
I love that.
Yeah, it was really cool. It's very healing. You?
Highlight of my week? I'm always festival.
Yeah.
But also like, it's just so cool to watch people in their element. Like I really have this I love watching like really, really gifted humans do what they do.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
So watching, like, we had a poetry show last night and I'm just like, I got to call all my old homies who are legends and watch them do what they do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or I saw the stage reading of Freedom, a mixtape, and this guy like wrote this in the pandemic, like right out in 2020, around after the lockdown, George Floyd, all that stuff. And to see folks like in a theatrical sense reflect back an experience that was so real to me, and that space was just super huge. I had a couple of really emotional moments. I was like, I remember 2020 and 2016 and 2018 and how freaking angry I was. And there's this part of the piece where he's like, they're like 2014, and they start listing off like the people who were murdered that year. And then the dude's like, I was angry a lot, and I cried a lot, and I ate a lot, and I had trouble sleeping. And I was like, yep, me too. 2016, and I'm like, oh, yep, I was angry a lot, and I cried a lot, and I ate a lot, and I had trouble sleeping. Oh yeah, in 2018. Oh yeah, in 2020. Oh yeah, fucking again. You know what I'm saying? And you're just like, ah! But it was such a cool release to be like witnessed that way.
Yeah.
And that we got to make space for that kind of art. For people to experience that in a more traditional art space. It was just really dope.
Yeah.
Really dope. You know?
That's healing. That's like communal healing.
Yeah. You know, we need those spaces of communal healing that aren't fucked up. Like church. Oops.
Because in safety, we can heal.
No, church isn't always bad. It's
true.
I'm being facetious. Let me be fair. Yeah, that was a highlight. Low light.
Working through shame. No, but yeah, okay. Yeah, but I had a friend and she just said things to me that was like, yeah. I don't know, it just really challenged the shame and I was like, you're right, you know? And it's rewiring that brain, that pattern. So I was like, thanks,
what
girl.
Were you feeling shame about?
Smoking cannabis.
I love that both your highlight and your low light are weed related.
Cannabis. It's, yeah.
Also, like, I just love also that you like,
right?
Before we started filming, there was a fake joint here, and it's like Jacob set it up knowing that it was timely. You were onto something. And this one's like, let's remove that. It's not ready for it yet. And she just spent the last like 10 minutes telling us about weed. Anyway.
Can we bring it back?
No. It's fine. It's fine. The skull's there. Leave the skull, man.
Who doesn't love a good cigar?
It's true.
Or maybe it's subliminal. It's like, don't smoke too much because you'll end up like this guy.
Jeez.
I don't know.
Way to get dark. So why do you feel shame about your weed consumption?
I think it's because sometimes I'm weird, but like it doesn't land properly. So then you feel like embarrassed.
Okay.
Because I didn't have heat the last few weeks.
Wait, what?
In my apartment.
Why?
Something was wrong with the radiator or whatever.
So are they paying you back for that?
Huh?
Are they paying you back?
Oh, no. You know, you got to pick your battles these days.
No, I don't. I'm sorry. What?
All good, though. They fixed it.
after several weeks.
It had a little space heater.
It's cold in Ottawa.
It was really cold, especially the like super cold
Next
week.
time you call me, and I will put on my Karen voice and take care of it for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Care Bear.
Gotta use my Karen voice for good.
Yeah, especially on the phone, right? Then you're set.
Yeah.
And anyways, so I had smoked one, and they came to the door, and I said something weird, and then I got too in my head about it, and then I was like, "Oh, you're so embarrassing." But then normally I'm more kind to myself when I'm high. But anyways, then there was another time where I smoked like the distillates, like the crystals.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's next level. And it smelled like melon and tasted like melon. It was so good. And I learned that the crystals still burn, so you have to really suffocate it when you put it out. All these little life hacks, you know? But I was like, oh, guys, I'm so sorry, because I was also hostessing people. And I was like, I was flying, okay? And then I would come back. And we're landing the plane and then take off and then land the plane. And my friend's like, you're fine. Just be as you are. And she's just like, I was like, yeah. And then her partner was like, whoa. We're good. It was like, because I could see the shame activated. So it was kind of cool to like have that process, but it was funny. Anyways, what's your low light?
What was did I have a low light this week? I probably did.
No vibes this week. That's your low light.
I haven't touched my vibe in like 2 weeks.
Oh, okay.
Probably, maybe even 3. 2.5. Yeah.
Okay.
Look, so
You're doing your thing. You're busy.
Trying to make money and make moves. Okay? Sheesh.
Just not on yourself.
Unlike you, I'm not obsessed with my vibrator. No.
What?
Honestly, like nothing of like note. Like, were there a couple moments of like stress or frustration? Sure, but like in the grand scheme, I have nothing to complain about.
Perspective. Yeah, life is good.
You know,
life is so good. You what?
I'm tired of looking at the pile of laundry on my floor, but other than that, you know, that's not a real problem.
I feel you.
No, but I'm curious about shame and how shame is such a thing that like is part of, I think, evangelical experiences and is part of the makeup of how religion controls people. You know, like we spent so much time being like, if I don't do this the right way, I might end up in hell. If I don't do this the right way, pastor might get mad at me, or pastor's wife might get mad at me, or my mom, or whoever it is in your life, you know what I'm saying? And how that even after leaving, how that still trickles into things, you know? And like you just, whether it's your weed consumption or whatever's, or
that the flesh is bad and the disconnection between mind, body.
Ooh. Yeah, well, we're such disembodied people, right? And we're encouraged to like not be in our body and to not lean into pleasure and not lean into delight. You know what I'm saying? Which is why I remember being like in my 20s and people like confessing to me that they masturbated as if it was a big deal. I'm like,
yeah.
You're fine.
Or I'm attracted to women, but I can't tell the pastor.
I mean,
which is fair, because he's not safe.
Yeah, because then they'll go fucking exercise you and call demons out of you.
Send you to camp.
Oh, that's a whole ball game. One of these days we'll talk to someone who went to camp.
Yeah.
I have some friends who went to camp.
We should talk about Master's Commission and camp.
One day?
Yeah.
Yeah. A whole like
that'll be loaded.
A whole former missionary.
That's why we get loaded.
Is that why we get loaded?
No. Maybe.
Untreated trauma.
Un poco.
Or is it like the fulfilling prophecy of all the old people telling us that if you don't serve the Lord, you're gonna end up on drugs and smoking coke and drinking?
Doesn't that make it crack?
I'm pretending to be a mom who doesn't know about
drugs. Yeah,
that's
good. That was good.
Yeah,
that was
thank
good.
you. Can I finish the bit?
Yeah.
And selling your body for cigarettes. That's why you need the Lord Jesus today.
Now we're just getting baptized in other juices.
I feel like I do most of the baptizing, to be honest.
As you should, because there's some people that want to join your church.
Rivers of flowing water.
Let it rain.
Let it. Oh my God.
Open the floodgates
of heaven. Yo, we used to do like a let it rain, 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 let it. You know, bring it little Tony Braxton to worship.
Oh my! I was just listening to Tony Braxton.
Isn't she the best?
Yeah.
I love her so much. I
Yeah.
think she's very underrated. People don't give her props as like a fucking queen.
Totally agree.
And I have the 20th anniversary like Millennium Collection compilation of Tony Braxton songs, because I used to go to HMV and buy them in cheap-in. And the liner notes this guy wrote about how he watched her sing Unbreak My Heart in sound check. No lights, no cameras, no nothing, just her, empty auditorium, and she sang right to me, and I'm just like,
that would be an experience.
Take back the sour goodbye. Yeah, I love that song.
We were going with Low Light.
Yeah, I know. I think we're deflecting through humor. It's fine.
You know, we all cope in our different ways.
Yeah, I'm good. No, but we're talking about like shame. Yeah.
Good friend of mine.
But I think what's interesting, shame is useless. Like I tell people all the time, my call 2020, the summer of white guilt. Okay. I ate very well in white guilt. White guilt paid for all my weed and booze for a long time. All right.
That's fantastic.
I mean, it is what it is. Everyone saw George Floyd die and was like, oh no, racism still exists. Who's the only Negro I know? And they called me. And then they're like, are you okay? I'm like, fine. If you're hungry, I'll send you a meal. Let us know. I'm like, I'm not going to call you for fucking dinner. Like, it's not going to happen.
That's
I got
so
so
bizarre.
tired of texts. I literally woke up one Monday morning. I went on Facebook and I was like, excuse me, dear everyone. Thank you for your
You mean dear white people?
energy. Yeah. If you want to help Breonna Taylor, here's where you can send that. Here's where you can help, friggin' the cause. If you really want to give me money, PayPal and e-transfer.
Yeah. Let me pay my rent.
The coffers were full.
Nice.
Yeah, I smoked a lot of weed on white guilt.
That's a good.
It's reparations.
Barely.
Truly.
Yes.
But I tell my white friends all the time, like, your shame doesn't mean any good. Do me any good. Oh my gosh, I fucked up. Or like when our trans friends and non-binary friends tell us about their pronouns and people are like, oh, I fucked up. You fucked it up. Rectify it and move on. I actually don't need your shame. You're like beating yourself on the back with some Catholic priests in the Dark Ages is not helpful. I'm like, take your L, take it like a big boy, and then learn from it and move on. And I think it's good for all shame. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like shame tends to get you spiraling and focused on self
and stuck. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so horrible, and the little nombrilist, and you're staring at I love French for that nombrilist.
The expressions.
Yeah, navel gazing is just not as sexy. And you're all like, oh no, it's me. I'm so horrible. I'm so sad. And I think when we were in Christian spaces, like that was a huge thing. We were singing songs about how disgusting we are. I'm weak and I'm unworthy and I'm nothing. But if it weren't for God, I'm like, didn't God make you? So why would God make such shit?
Yeah. Born into sin. Born a piece of shit.
And then if you have the audacity to be like, actually, I'm not shit. I am the shit.
Beautifully and wonderfully made.
Right? I'm awesome. I'm happy. I'm whole. I am good. I innately. Oh, well, you're so arrogant and prideful. I'm like, it's not pride if it's the truth.
It's actually humility.
Truly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I think, one of the biggest obstacles coming out of the game was to leave the shame behind.
No more shame.
A lot of shame, but that's shame everywhere. This is a shame episode. I think for me, it was the shame of like realizing what I had espoused. Like I was ashamed that I used to be Christian. And so when I moved to Toronto, I just didn't want to tell anybody. And I just like try to like erase my past. You know, you're 30 years old trying to erase your entire fucking life, and like, oh no, that's not who I. Because I saw for the first time what I was like supporting and building, and I was like, oh my god, I helped build that. And there's so I helped bring shame and guilt and brokenness into people's lives through this thing that I thought was good, and I was so hard on myself. And like, also, you're in new spaces, you want to be like, I'm a new person, I'm whatever's, and then just like I called the Jesus girl. I was like, what do you mean? No. And I spent so much time praying to be an atheist, which is so funny. I wish I was an atheist. I'm like, you're asking, who are you talking to?
It's
like,
still
girl,
so ingrained, no matter what.
You're like, are you asking a deity or someone out there to make you not believe in anything? That's like just the messed up stuff.
The mindfuckery is real.
It really is. And you know, I spent a lot of 2017, 2018 just begging. I'm like, atheists have an easier time. They live chiller lives. I want it. And then I would go to a bar and meet a stranger, and I would know their business without knowing why I know their business, and they end up crying in my arms. And I'm like,
it's the missionary in you.
Well, no, it's also just like, I just thought I was supposed to say this thing. Oh, okay, cool. And when I like you don't know how to frame it anymore, because back in the day I would have said, oh, that's prophecy or word of knowledge or word of wisdom. But I remember like youth group when we were kids, where like we did this activity where you had to write the word sin on your hands, and you put your hand over your ears, and that told you that if you had sin in your life, you couldn't hear from God, and you were separated from God. Yeah, no trauma, nothing.
He without sin cast the first stone.
Yeah, well, clearly. Mona,
now we like the other kind of getting stoned.
I don't know if it was her. Sorry, Mona. That's the first one that came to mind. Thought that was useful for us to know that, you know, now I can't hear from God. So now I was like in junior high. Fast forward 18 plus years later, I'm like in a bar, totally fucked up, because I'm like, I think I just heard from God, but aren't I living in sin? And I'm not reading my Bible, and I'm not praying, and I'm drinking, and I'm hanging out with people who do. I'm like, I don't know, what do I do?
It's confusing, yeah.
And it took a long time. Like, I think like it's where like integration kicks in. It took a long time to be like,
all the parts.
Okay, this section of my life, which is all my adult life and my teens, like up to date, it's part of who I am, and it's okay.
It's okay.
I made mistakes, and that's okay. And I was doing the best with what I had, and that's okay. Like, little me was just trying to survive her fucking life and love people and love God that she thought was real and navigate all this undealt with trauma from mom and dad and the entire fucking universe and deal with internalized homophobia without knowing it and all that stuff in this little fragile body of a child. So yeah, I believe fucked up things, and I did fucked up things, and the adults in my life told me they were good, and so I can have a grace for little me to be like, you did the best you could with what you got.
Yeah,
and there are worse ways to deal with your trauma.
Preach.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yeah, you could call it late blooming or whatever, but I'm like, I don't have a next step I'm mad about, to be honest, for the most part. I have emotional exes, because much as I was like, you dated people without dating them emotionally, without the sex. I'm like, no, we were just friends.
That's the worst. Just kidding.
Yeah, I had a lot of very intimate friendships that in other worlds would be partners, but alas, we were all
here. We are just
compet winning the game. No, and I think coming to terms, and I think that's, we talk about shadow work or like dealing with your dark side, and be like, okay, I'm actually okay, and those parts of me that like make me feel weird, they're part of who I am, and I'm cool with that. And I can embrace them.
Yeah.
And that's fucking good.
Yeah, invite them to the table.
Yeah,
what do they need?
More of me.
Yeah,
you know, and so I'm not this split person with parts everywhere. That I'm like a combined whole. And I think it's important. I think we need to like yeet shame to the fucking depths of the ocean. Okay, it can hang out with a megalodon. Not your. Not, no,
that was a quick okay, yeah.
Sorry, that was just.
It's like, oh damn.
No. I love my Megan bit. Yeah, so.
My brain went to, do you think mermaids exist? Because you went down deep into the ocean, but
why the fuck not?
We will.
I don't fucking know. Why not?
I don't want to derail this. But I would like to get railed.
We know.
That's our other episode, though.
I feel like you're probably going to throw in a mention about your vibe every episode.
Maybe.
I mean.
Is it actually about my vibe, though?
I don't know. You tell me.
That's for another episode.
But yeah, shame sucks.
Yeah.
And integration is good.
Yeah, I guess shame plays a role in like... Nah, but even that I disagree. You know, if you step outside the lines of a society, like you don't harm people, you know, but it's very little.
Yeah, but it's still there. I mean, like, look, we all still fucking deal with
plays
it.
a role, but the as Brene Brown says, we're already swimming in shame. We don't need it. We're drowning in shame.
Brene. I like her.
Yeah, good people.
Yeah.
You know?
Sometimes I'm like, this shit only works for white people, but I like her.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, everyone's worthy of love and shit. But some people need to fuck off.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm like, you know, some people just need to fucking fuck off. And I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at that growth. No shame.
Hashtag growth. Now what?
Do you want to... Okay, so one of the things...
Lick you from your... What?
You want to...
Sorry, the songs. You know how it is.
I do. I was about to tell folks about our confessional, okay?
Oh, okay, go.
So one thing we want to do is have youth group reject confessions.
Yes.
Where you could come, well, virtually, via email. You're not coming here. You don't have enough space. Maybe you can come here. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
But no, for now, you can email us your confessions.
Yeah.
So I want to hear all your favorite like youth group stories, or the story you never told your mama, or that one time at church camp.
So many stories.
Or maybe it has nothing to do with church. Maybe it's just like you happened at the club the other day, or that thing you did in the office you shouldn't have done. We know you did it.
Office sex is fun.
Okay? Or that thing you did at a sex club. Or whatever's. Confess it and write it to us, and then we'll read it here. Or maybe you know, like in church, you still have somewhere you
like a
questions.
virgin.
Touched for the very first time. No, maybe some questions. Maybe you're like, I need some advice, you know? Some biblical wisdom. We're here for you.
So much wisdom.
Maybe you have, you know, you want to have a prayer request or whatever. I'm not actually going to pray for you because I don't really pray anymore, but we'll read it.
We do it our own way.
We'll reflect on it, okay? Yeah. So ygrconfessions@gmail.com.
Hit us up.
Email. Yeah, because I remember it. And now
I never knew.
Laura's gonna
the struggle.
give us I never went to church camp because I wasn't allowed to go to camp or to sleepovers. So
wow,
I have a Caribbean mom who knew better than all your parents.
That's actually really smart.
Because 1 in 6 kids get touched by someone on the age of 18. Okay, that's actually for boys. For girls, it's 1 in 3.
Mm-hmm.
And she just didn't trust nobody.
Wise and also.
Yeah.
Trauma.
Because I was a loser. Didn't go to fucking sleepovers.
Woo.
But church camp.
Yeah, I got some church camp stories for sure.
Tell me your favorite church camp story.
Okay. I'm debating dropping the name or not. I won't. So I went to a Pentecostal camp.
Okay. In the Ottawa Valley? Oops.
What? Yep. And the crew we had played hard, prayed hard.
I love that.
We had mud wrestling, but the guys had to leave and not watch the women because obviously they'd get really hard, probably. Not even half chubs, but like full chubs. Full on. So they had to leave. They were told, you can't watch women mud wrestling.
Why are we even doing mud wrestling at youth?
It is pretty wild when you think about it. Yeah. And I was like so removed from my queerness at that time that anyways, so we like won at mud wrestling.
How does one win? Who's we? Break down.
Okay.
I've never been to camp, yo.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I've never mud wrestled.
Okay. So you would have like cabins, And you'd have like, you'd go with your friends or be roomed with other people from the area or wherever they came from, right? And we may have had some like high maintenance women there.
Of course. It's Jesus camp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so my sis and I were private, and we were very like, we played basketball. We were like, you know, we were very competitive.
Sure.
And so we get in the pit and we're like, let's fucking go. But obviously we didn't say it like that because we're little Christian girls. And anyways, we just dominated. We just like wrestle, and then like if they're down for a certain period of time, then you win. And you just
was there like a round robin kind of thing?
Yeah, you eliminate the teams.
Oh.
Covered in mud. Absolutely
sexy.
Drenching. Yeah.
Twins too, huh?
Ew. You know better.
I'm just saying. I'm like,
yeah. See, no one could handle it. That's why they had to get everyone out.
I'm like, so your youth leaders were just wanting.
They did. Yeah. Okay. This makes sense. They wanted it all to themselves.
So my mom was right. Anywho.
Your mom was wise. As much harm as it may have caused, it also prevented harm.
No, that's why she didn't cause harm. She caused plenty of harm elsewhere. Anyway, love you, mom.
Yeah. So then, because we were winning,
wrestled and won every battle.
Like there was like five of us, 4 or 5 of us, and then we also would like look good. You know, we had a good looking crew. And especially like this one girl, Steph, hot as fuck. Okay. And so one of the nurses or someone teamed up with these girls that wanted revenge. So they let them into our dorm or cabin. And
revenge for losing at mud wrestling?
Yeah. Honestly, I think it was just jealousy.
Okay, cool.
You know?
Yeah.
We
teenage shit.
Whatever. You know, yeah. And so then they took all the products, which at that point, Meg and I are pretty low maintenance. We're like, whatever, fuck, we're still going to dominate you. And now we're both very dominant. Just kidding sometimes, but depends on the dynamic. Anyways, so then they took all the products, and then some girls were really upset. And then also they put rotting crayfish and animal carcasses on our beds.
No,
and the smell?
Nope. No.
Mm-mm. We'll never forget. My sister, you know my sister, okay? Mm-hmm. You know.
I do.
I wouldn't want to fuck with her, okay? Look, I had to talk her down.
Look, I'm listening right now, and I'm like, the way I'm built. I
was like,
there would have been some black eyes that fucking. Some blackface. Fucking Jesus camp, let me tell you. Jeez. No, and I used to fight back then too.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Right? See? They're lucky. But anyways, you would know one of the pastors. I feel like, yeah, Jeff Hilliard.
Oh, I know Jeff. Jeff's
yeah,
cool.
He's sweet. Yeah. He like helped reconcile and resolve it, and it was really well. He handled it very well.
Like, yeah, evangelical pastor, you know, there's limitations, but he was a cool dude.
Yeah. And then I went back to this camp as a counselor. And then my thongs got stolen. Yeah. And my makeup. And I'm like, oh, this is interesting.
This is not a porn. This is not a porn.
Or is it? No, it's not. It's
porn
really not. It's really not.
Which one is it?
Oh, tons of witchcraft. No, just kidding. I mean, there was like speaking in tongues and shit. I don't know what you call that.
I don't know.
But
glossophilia? Is that what it's called?
Oh.
The scientific name?
Cool.
Apparently you use a different part of your brain when you speak
yes.
than when you speak.
And depending...
It's actually not connected to your speak section.
Yeah. There's 2 articles I read. One that supported it and like it's a spiritual experience and it's expansion. And then another one that's like psychosis.
Huh. Do you still speak in tongues?
Not on purpose.
What do you mean by
like sometimes I'm like, oh, it's weird, man. And then I'll catch myself and I'm like,
behind.
Honestly, even this morning, I was like, I kind of got lost in my mind. And then I said, because I was feeling shame, and I said, Father, forgive me. And I was like, what the fuck? Crazy. It still hits sometimes. But and also like worship songs this morning, like 5 of them. Not even gospel, like worship songs. Like
I listened to my day list today.
What is that?
So, on the new thing on Spotify, you put playlist, and it gives you like a playlist for that time of day, curated based on what you've been listening to. Like Wednesday morning sunshine fun time.
Oh yeah, you taught me this. It's so cool.
I just been listening to a lot of emo fucking singer-songwriter shit, so it's all it is all the time. To be honest, it's just sad shit.
It's okay. Grief is very real.
Oh, I just like sad shit. I like emo shit.
Yeah.
You know,
Feels good.
all feelings.
Yeah.
Someone else's feelings.
Yeah, they get it.
I like vicariously feeling through other people.
Yeah, because it's too much yourself.
It's safer that way. I used to watch Rent to cry.
See?
I would like feel feelings and I'd be like, I don't know what to do with this. And I'm like, I should watch Rent.
Yeah.
And then I would cry
it's
by the time the reprise. You know, with 1,000 sweet kisses, I'll cover you after Angel dies. And I'd be like, this is so sad. They're in love. It's beautiful. And I still thought I was straight watching fucking Rent every fucking month to cry.
Joke's on you.
I exclusively love men.
I only get emotionally in love with men.
I do. Bless them. I still speak in tongues.
Oh my God, tell me more. Tell me more.
I don't know. Sometimes it just feels like I should speak in tongues.
We can't be the only ones.
No.
It's so weird.
Speak in tongues.
Send your confessions. These are my confessions.
No, I do sometimes. Not often. I used to speak in tongues all the time because like we were trained. Now that's their most spiritual language, right?
Yeah, and it's like a release when you don't have words.
Yeah, but even still, like it was like you were supposed to stir yourself up in your spirit using your spiritual tongue, and it was like a whole like there's this whole thing like the devil can't understand you. Or can't get in. I don't remember how they used to say it. That like it's a direct conversation between you and God, so that when you're speaking in tongues, you're speaking your spiritual language, and so the devil can't even like.
Right.
So it's purest form of
the
prayer.
enemy won't know.
Yeah. You hear that out loud and you're like, wow.
This is wild. Actually, the more we talk about this, I'm like,
well,
are people even gonna know what we're talking about?
There's 2 kinds of tongues, too, right?
Oh.
Yeah, there's like your super special prayer language that only you have with God. And then there's like the
message for the body of Christ.
Yeah.
The
one that gets translated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That stuff's still wild to me though, because I'm like, if people are translating, is that actually a translation?
What do you mean?
Because I would witness that growing up. It would still freak me out.
If you did not speak French and I spoke French and someone translated, that's still translation.
But people who wouldn't know. So someone would speak in tongues and another person would.
Yeah, that's the scary part, because you could be like, I heard from God that guy Kento Bashinta was saying, give me all your money. Now, that's when like prophetic protocol kicks in, okay? And discernment. Don't be dumb. Like God gave you a brain.
Moral story.
The odds are God did not jump down and tell this person through a language no one else understands to give you their money.
I mean, that's probably a really solid point right there.
I'm just saying.
Don't be dumb.
The odds are that guy is not your husband. If he was, God would have told you to.
Oh, how many times did you get that? God told us we're to be together.
Men didn't want me at church. Never.
Right. This is the thing. Right.
Yeah. Like, no. But I definitely like thought I had a moment in my life where I thought someone was going to be my partner. I never told. I mean, I wrote it in a journal and left it.
We should pick random pages in our journals and read it on the podcast. We're leaning into vulnerability. Sasha, I just want to hide right now.
One year, I filled like 6 journals full of prayers and notes and shit.
Now you're trying to get filled in different ways.
Every year, I would read through all my journals and see what I prayed for and asked for and see what God answered and shit. It's cringy, yes. But we can do it.
Oh God. Okay.
Read you some my Jesus poetry.
I wrote some worship songs.
Oh, I think we should write worship songs. We will. I have a bit where I like ask folks for 2 random things that would never be compared to God normally. I think once I did it at an improv show and it was like, your love is like a swimming pool.
Hello.
And I improvised the song. It's good time.
We are gonna write a song though, with one of our guests
in the future.
Yeah.
So we'll write a worship song, but no. I blame it on the ADD, man.
ADHD.
I love her.
Me too, so much.
So much.
Renee Rapp, everyone.
I
Incredible human.
I
mean,
have
not
a
that
bigger crush on her than I do on what's the other girl's name? The one that my brother and I are obsessed with.
every woman. What?
No.
Just kidding.
Speak for the men, not for me. Okay.
Yeah, no, not you, not you, not you.
No. She's in Dune. Not Zendaya, the blonde chick. I'm so sorry. I love you.
Is this true love though?
No. Oh my gosh, she's blonde. She just bust cut her hair like several months ago.
Oh my
It's
god.
going back. Yeah.
Not
Florence
Art Crush.
Pugh.
Yeah.
Florence Pugh.
Yeah.
I
Oh my
think
God,
I might
yeah.
have a bigger crush on Renee Rapp than I do on Florence Pugh, which is says a lot. Because I love Florence Pugh.
Renee's energy though.
I know.
It's
just awesome.
yeah.
I'm just like, look at that freedom.
Yes.
It's just so free and
real.
it's so young and free. I'm like, I was never young and free. I was just young.
Young, dumb, full of
older.
cum. Too soon?
I mean, I don't know. Not full of cum. Remember, I was saving it for marriage.
Yeah. We don't want pregnancy.
That too. Oh my gosh.
You know? Oh yeah, I forgot to wear my purity ring. Damn.
It's okay.
Next
no
time.
one believes you anyway. The ring is broken. The circle of trust that.
I was gonna say, imagine this whole time I'm actually a virgin, but I just talk a big game. But you're like, bitch, I've heard you.
All I had in my head was like, what you be like, fuck.
Oh my god, you're reading my mail, aren't you?
I'm sorry. I love you.
I also love you. I also really enjoy a good time, you know?
You do.
As we all do.
There's no shame in that.
We all do, yeah. I like this.
What does freedom mean to you?
Okay, I don't like this.
Someone asked me that. Someone asked me that this week because we watched Freedom, a mixtape.
Damn.
What does freedom mean to you? Because like, imagine the day when I'm actually free. What is that for you?
Yeah, we're creating more more lanes in the highway in the brain. Okay. Freedom to me is not caring what people think.
Dope.
Staying true to me no matter what. Which is
dope.
also like part of the people pleasing.
Sure.
Free from shame. But like, what does that look like, you know? Not apologizing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Or shrinking myself to be like, you know, I like, surprisingly, since we're doing this podcast, but I like to be in the background or like, oh, there's always someone else who knows it better, or I don't know shit,
and
or
we're not gonna let you hide. No.
I'm coming.
I want the world to
see.
know.
Oh, I don't
Gonna
though.
let it
Yes, we do.
It's Diana Ross. You should know that.
Yeah.
It was also sampled in More Money, More Problems.
Yes. You know the originals. That's good.
Yeah. I grew up on vinyl. My mommy used to play it for me. No, but no shame. And
yeah, freedom is like not having to dissociate when there's pleasure, which we're getting there. And like being in my body, being embodied, being less up here and having the mind body like and full integration.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. It's, you know, it's closer than it's ever been. So it is possible.
That's awesome.
Nothing is impossible.
Oh Jesus, we're singing that. That's.
It's Sunday. We have to sing worship songs.
No, that story. Do you know the story about that song?
Oh yeah, he lied about having cancer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this guy wrote a church song, and he like told his entire church he had cancer, and wrote this song about how God is his healer.
Fake
and
news.
Like, I believe you're my healer, and it was a huge song. traveled the world. They made tons of cash on it and whatever's. Turns out he had a porn addiction and wanted to hide it, and he used cancer to do
See,
that.
shame is no good. Shame
Yo,
is no-
so
I'd rather say I have cancer than admit I like watching people bump uglies.
I was in LA with our youth group in 2010. We were volunteering at the Dream Center, and we meet this guy from Australia. And he hung out with us for the whole week. And we were doing a little worship circle, and I loved Healer. Healer was my jam.
Yeah, it's good.
You hold my every moment. You calm my raging seas. Again, emo shit. I love that shit. You walk with me through fire and heal all my disease.
Like porn addiction.
I trust it. And he's like, we don't sing that song in Australia. He's like, I cried so many tears when I heard he had cancer. And I cried again when he lied.
Oh, no.
And I was like, oh. Oops.
Inside thoughts.
I was like, yeah. So, Lord, you are good.
Endures forever.
Lord, you are. And I bet you he failed forward anyway, because white men get to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone gave him ministry. You know, I was scrolling through Instagram this week, and you know who popped up on my fucking feed? Fucking Mark Driscoll.
I know that name.
Oh, he was the guy, the pastor in Seattle who used to yell, "Be a man! There's too many men in the Superman pajamas in bed and living in a mom's basement, not being real men," or whatever. And it turns out he was a big bully and bullied everyone in his church, and they pushed him out and they gave him another church.
That's how it works.
Yeah, him and his smoking hot wife. Anyway, he's rebranded. They love to say that. If you're not, yeah. So they all like come up there with their like Justin Bieber hair and be like, "Me and my smoking hot wife had awesome sex last night," and that's what you get to do when you do it God's way.
Yeah.
When you save yourself for marriage, you too can have a smoking hot wife for the Lord. And I'm like, or you need to look like a fucking model and have the best haircut and the right clothes, and you'll attract a hot wife, because that's also have power and be in charge of $1 million ministry.
Dude.
That helps too, sir. I'm like, maybe she'd take my money
when I'm in need.
Yeah, she's a trifling friend indeed. Oh, she's a gold digger. Well down. And dig on me. I'm just saying, maybe she was like, I want to stay home and I want to be taken care of, and this guy is gonna do it.
You know, I remember that too. Going to May Convention, I loved May Convention.
I never went.
There was one, he was talking about his wife, pastor, and he was like, she's bodacious, and like going on about it. I was like, this is weird. And then there was another pastor who had like a little protege and was like mentoring this other guy who was like sharing sermons or whatever.
Yeah.
And he was trying to hook up with all the young hotties, and it was really weird. Anyways, they got called out because Jeff Hillier for the win.
Look at that. Is this the Jeff
We're
Hillier
just
pick?
promoting
I don't know any. Shout out Jeff Hillier for doing the right thing.
That's right. Integrity. We love it.
We're dropping names on this spot.
I know. I'm like, how many?
It's okay. One day, the docu-series is going to come out, and I'm going to write a full-blown documentary on the bullshit that queer folks had to go through in churches in this city.
Oh, buckle up.
Don't you worry, and I promise I will be honest. There will be no
That's
lying.
not a threat.
No, I will not lie on your name.
Yep.
Because God's watching. Can't do that. And the truth shall set us free. That's freedom. Truth.
And
Hallelujah.
I'm Sagittarius, so I need capital T truth. That's what I'm told anyway.
Sag.
That's me?
That's you. I really were a good pairing, Gemini and Sag.
Makes sense.
Yeah, the universe knew. The universe knew. I realized that you all you didn't really confess. You just talked about how you got bullied for being athletic in fucking youth camp, which is fucking fucked up.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the story. You got bullied for being athletic in youth camp. Because heaven forbid a girl in the Christian world has skills that aren't homemaking.
Yeah, I definitely don't have those skills.
And leading worship. of being a good fucking wife, erase herself
you
for
know,
others.
I stopped leading worship because I started drinking, and then I felt like I was a hypocrite and I couldn't lead people anymore.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
I actually refused to stop leading worship when I started drinking. Because it was a whole scandal. So I was a worship leader. And I realized that over the course of time, I realized that saying that drinking was bad was not biblical. Drunkenness was the bad thing. So I'm like, okay, so why can't I have a glass of wine with dinner? Whatever. And I was very scared of. I had no understanding of alcohol. So I was like, I don't want to say no to alcohol because I'm scared of it. I want to choose to not drink it.
Yeah.
If I'm not going to drink it.
Because control is not freedom.
Yeah. So whenever I would go to a wedding, I would like take a glass of wine and try it out, whatever. And so eventually I was like a one drink with a meal kind of girl. Always socially, never at home. Those days are gone.
Especially in what? 2016, 2018, 2020.
Oh, jeez. I drink a lot of sad drinks, okay?
We love a good depressant.
And so we used to go to worship practice on Thursday nights. And then after worship practice, we would go to the pub in Orleans. And it was cheap wing night. And wings were cheap with
love wings.
You get a pound of wings with a drink. Now, Bar Rail was on sale that night. So I could get 2 pounds of wings with 2 drinks for the same price as 1 pound of wing with 1 soda.
You got to.
Quick maths.
Yeah.
I'm a drink.
Yeah.
And of course, I drink vodka crayons because that's what you drink when you don't know how to drink.
You basically white bitch.
I know. I don't drink those anymore. I don't drink vodka anymore. That's what you drink when you don't know how to drink. And so I'd have like my little drink and my pound of wings, and my friends would be there and whatever. Me and you, I was a big square. All of them were out here like in these streets.
Oh.
Okay,
Scandalous.
people were fucking strangers and getting drunk and like sneaking whatever's with their fiancés. But I haven't forbidden how to drink. Anywho, so one day we do work every week, but we brought some of the kids who don't normally hang out with us on that night, joined us. And we all grew up together. It's like no big deal. Anywho, so one of them goes home and tells their mom, oh yeah, I was out with so-and-so and so-and-so after church, and they had drinks. That mom told another mom and told another mom, and ended up pastor's wife. The same pastor's wife as the other episode. Anyway.
Our episode that we're not sure we're going to release because, we shared a lot.
I mean, I'm cool with it, but we'll let you get warm with it.
Yeah, we're just like doing some exposure therapy here.
The same pastor's wife who cheated on her man. Anywho. Bless her. That was too loud. Anywho, and so she got like all incensed, found one of the moms, cornered her in the lobby, was like, I heard the kids were getting drunk out of church. And the mom was like, no, they're in their 20s. Like, they're living their lives. Yeah. They're fine. They had a couple of drinks with the meal.
They're still getting drunk in the spirit.
Right? We're still talking the ghost. Anyway, and so she went all whatevers. It like spread. I was away on a friggin' church retreat with another church 1 week. I was in Perth.
Oh my God, stop.
Yes.
Where?
With Calvary. Yeah, I was at like Cornelia or something like that.
Oh my God, I have questions.
And then I get a text from people back home like, oh my gosh, they've banned drinking for the entire worship team. And I'm like, we're volunteers. We pay you to sing on the team. What do you mean? Because you have to tithe. If you didn't give 10% of your salary to the fucking church, you got kicked off the worship team. Oh. Yeah, exactly. So that's super whack. Also, how are you gonna enforce that? You're gonna go to people's houses and be like, oh, that glass of wine you have with your husband, you can't have that? Fuck off. We're
dumb. Giving you free labor and we'll give you 10%.
Also, no one's getting drunk. I like everyone was behaving because I was there. It's kind of how it worked back then. Anywho, so I come back and I'm like, whatever. I was leading worship that Sunday morning with the pre-service prayer and pastors leading. Hallelujah. Thank you, God. Blah, 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 blah. Whatever. God, want to pray for the young people of this generation, God. Want to pray against the spirit of this world trying to take over our young people. We're trying to pray against the spirit of corona.
Oh, dear. The spirit coronavirus.
The spirit of gin and soda. The spirit of rum and coke. And he's listing off every drink we had at the bar the other day. Someone literally to that level. And I was like, sir, if you have beef, just call. I've known him since I was 12 years old. You could have said something.
Whoa. Yeah.
This is passive aggressive. Like, this is not pastoral. It's dad shit. And it's weak dad shit. Anywho, and one of the youth group guys like, are you mad? I'm like, why? Well, like, I'm like, I have nothing to be ashamed of. I know I did nothing wrong. So I'm going to get up there and do what I came to do, sing us songs to God and help you feel things. And I'm going to move on with my life. And like, turned into like, he ended up calling me. So I've been hearing these things. So I figured I might as well just ask you, you think? So
maybe
what's
before?
You guys getting drunk after church? Like, no one's getting drunk. It was simple math. I like wings. If it was cheaper to drink soda, I want to drink soda. I work minimum wage. I work for you for free. Work minimum wage in a coffee shop, and it was cheaper.
It's mathing.
They drink less when I'm around. Oh, exactly. You assume things. Also, sir, I seriously remember you telling us stories about you drinking tons of beers back in your day. Just because you have issues with your alcohol from your past, you have to project your shit on everyone else. Anyway, so that's that.
You're a whole sermon on it, huh?
No, a passive aggressive prayer listing off what we know we drank to let us know he knew. Say that the Lord told him.
Yikes.
I know he didn't.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there's so many. Anyway.
Did you ever go to Kingdom Bound?
No. That's when the Christians take over the Six Flags.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did not go there.
Yeah, we took over real good.
No.
There was this time, it was in the kids' tent, and we watched like, it was like VeggieTales shit or whatever. And then they had someone like sit down and see that one leg was longer than the other, which now I look back and I'm like, oh my God, of course.
Crazy things have happened. I've seen legs grow.
Wait, what?
Look, I've seen things I can't explain. I'm not gonna tell you, man.
Yeah, but like someone could just sit there and be like, oh, this one's longer. And then they just adjust after the prayer.
Sure.
And then.
I don't know. It was a long time ago. Core memory.
Who knows, right?
Right. I watch asthmatic kids do like stupid laps after getting prayed over. I don't know. Who might know? Stop using the puffer and everything. Shit. Look. I'm not a deist. I'm agnostic in a lot of ways. I'm an atheist in that I don't believe in one big God for all of us. But I'm Caribbean enough to know. There's shit up there that you cannot understand.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah. What are you looking forward to this week?
Delivering food.
Okay.
Just kidding. I just love my job.
I love that.
Yeah, it's so nice. It's been so healing.
Yay.
Yeah.
See? Take that leap. Leave that job.
Yes. Honor yourself. The rest will be taken care of. You're taken care of.
Hallelujah.
You're good. You can trust yourself.
Hallelujah.
Who'd have thought?
Me.
It's true. You were like the friend that was like, bitch,
you
quit your job.
Left this job. I'm why not quit. Yeah. Oh, I'm so miserable. Like, yeah, quit. Oh, I'm supposed to go back next week. Just quit. No, but I can't. But quit. You can. There's other ways to make money. I promise you.
Yeah.
You won't be broke.
That's the crazy part. Is I was doing 4 side hustles plus a well-paying job. Now I make 2.5 times less than my main job, and I'm way happier. And my rent is paid. I eat well. I'm in a healthy work environment. My nervous system is healing. I'm having fun. I'm living. I'm actually living.
Look at that.
You know? It's incredible.
I love it for you.
And I'm trusting myself.
Man.
You know?
Growth.
What's your highlight this week? Or what are you looking forward to this week?
I'm looking forward to work.
We're both like, what?
No, I'm actually like, I mean, at least for next week, it's gonna be dope. I'm gonna go hang out with artists and creatives and
that's awesome.
Watch people do the best thing they do. And go to a battle rap event, just dope. You know,
excited for that.
And hang out with peeps. I'm like, yeah, that's gonna be a highlight.
Yeah, and
then see the nieces. They're on this week. Yeah. Yeah, I tell you one day she asked if she could be on the podcast. Like, that's cute.
Yes.
We'll make a PG version one day for you.
Yeah. The only PG.
We'll be like, Laura has to remember not to mention her vibrator.
But we should talk to them about it.
Look, she already stumbled onto mine when we moved to the house, and I was like, she's like, it was charging in my bathroom. And she's like, what's that? And I'm like, you know when you're like, do I lie to you and start this trend of lying to you because we're young?
Yeah.
That I hate. Or am I? That's called a vibrator.
Yeah. There's no shame here.
But we'll talk about it when you're a little older.
Perfect.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She's like 11. So
yeah.
The hormones are good about the
Pleasure is prevention.
And pleasure is good.
Yeah.
Don't be like auntie and learn about that when she turns 30.
Dear God.
God, right?
Dear Goddess.
Right? Do better than us.
Do yourself well.
So, friends, enjoy life. Pleasure's good.
Pleasure's good. Pleasure's good. Pleasure's good.
You know, charge your vibe.
Yes.
Buy that cock ring you wanted. I know you did. Look, there's no shame. Play.
Butt plugs.
Listen to me. Oh, if you're curious, why not? You know, our friends, there's some folks who will give you little pamphlets about it.
Yeah, explore.
You know, we'll explain it.
It's okay.
Also, it's not gay to have a butt plug. You're welcome.
And gay is okay.
Yes, being gay is okay. But if you're not gay, you can want a butt plug. That's totally cool too.
Yeah.
Get stuffed.
But how is my asshole different from a guy's asshole? Because like, say I want a peg, but then, anyways, this is a story. Go ahead.
I'm trying to land the
I know
plane.
you are. I'm so sorry.
I'm trying to land. I'm giving them blessings for the rest of the
Blessings.
week. Okay. All right, and like, be you. Do you email us your confessions or maybe your questions about butt plugs? I don't know. We'll get an expert to come talk to you about it. Okay. Yeah. ygrconfessions@gmail.com. We're your youth group rejects. We like you. We love you.
Yeah. Nothing but love. Be blessed.